Okay, listen, updating your outdoor space is not that hard. I'm gonna show you how to do it. And if you're not gonna help me, at least watch the damn episode. Okay, oh, I should not run with these. Oh God, that's soft right there.
Today, I'm gonna show you how myself and my broads helped out one of my best broads, Jade, just refresh her space so easily. Anyone can do it over the weekend.
I mean, you can literally just show some love to some areas you've been avoiding or things. You can start small. It doesn't have to be big.
Or you can tackle the space all at once because life gets in the way and sometimes you're not able to consistently keep up and clean the areas that you'd like to. With Jade, I really broke off her backyard in sections to help her just tackle everything that she wants to this year. And by tackling off in sections, it's just biting it off in smaller chunks, which just makes everyone's life easier. So we really are starting from the front and working our way back, which means we are cleaning up the entryway area. A tip that I have, or a little hack that I have, I guess, for my fellow DIYers when you're doing demo or any kind of landscaping is to grab these demo bags. They're available at my local Home Depot, but I am going to link some options as well, just if you need other sources besides Home Depot, obviously. I am definitely one to visit the nooks and crannies of spaces that people typically do not. So I feel like even though you're walking by this area to get to the backyard makeover that we're really doing, just because you're walking by doesn't mean it should lack detail. So I'm just taking a second to clean it up and add some paint to the trim because automatically now it looks cleaner. And then going that extra step and adding some pots with a pop of color and even some helpful herbs or propagation station for the cacti garden that is going to be trickling all throughout Jade's backyard and her property.
Obviously, I'm not a landscaping expert, but I know that if you just take the time to make a fancy border, it's gonna add to the design of the space. So that's always a fun fact for you.
I have an entire video on how to pave a patio with my father that I love so very much. So if you want to see a beginning to end crazy transformation of an entirely new paved path area, I highly suggest that episode for you. Right here, what we're doing is a quick weekend fix. I am removing the pavers that weren't settled right. I'm going back in with decomposed granite and kind of shuffling around the pattern to not only make it wider, but to continue it all the way up since there was a gap. And a really cool thing is right here, I didn't know I needed more hands. And then randomly all my wild women were in town and we started making over the space together and Lindsay took over and honestly made the path work because I was getting frustrated and kind of walked away from it the day previous. And it, God, I just really love this episode because I just love my friends so much.
There's literally nothing like this. Look at this sky. This is just a blue sky and I'm losing my mind. Look at that. That's crazy. Even though I'm getting kicked every which way with this renovation, HelloFresh has me staying on track with my eating habits. Like just because I'm overworking doesn't mean I'm sacrificing by going out and getting junk food because I'm able to just pick the menu on my phone, have the meals delivered right to my door and not have to think about making myself or finding some sort of like actual healthy sustenance.
I really love being able to choose my menu each week. I have the habit of staying in a recipe rut, and HelloFresh, with the variety available on the app that you can choose from, it just allows you to break away from that. And what's really awesome too about the app is you can go on there and start to really pick out for weeks ahead, so you'll never get stuck in a recipe rut. If you guys are interested in giving HelloFresh a go, you can actually head over to HelloFresh.com and use my code METZ16 and get 16 free meals and also 3 surprise gifts. Head over to HelloFresh.com and use code MET16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. If you have no idea where to start within your home or even an outdoor space, my first suggestion always is to clean up and clean out. That's just the name of my game here on my channel because removing everything and then really deep cleaning it gives me an opportunity to sit back and see what the space can be made of. I also believe a lot of people kind of look past the assessing day of things, and that is what Jade and I are doing right here. We are walking her space, making sure it makes sense, how it's laid out. We're talking about jacuzzi placement. We are then talking about removing a sail. We're looking at how to do that because she did not install them. And I don't think people account that assessing is literally a day's worth of the project to make sure you have the material to move forward. Maybe you need more help than you anticipated, maybe more hands, maybe different eyes because we're not looking at it right. And I know that's a whole lot of fluff for me to be talking about right now, but I don't want to breeze past it because that's one of the most important days for me personally. And I'm just happy to have one of my wild women alongside and to be doing it with her for her space. It's just really fun. Anytime Woodbrain is around, it is a good time. And boy, did I feel really complete with all my women being together. That is the last time I'll mention it, and we'll move forward. Something really exciting about having more hands is you don't get so frustrated with the things that you maybe don't have the time or you don't typically do. And one of those things that I do not do is adjusting sales. My brain couldn't even comprehend that. And Lindsay loves a new challenge. So she jumped on that while I started to kind of place the furniture that Jade already had into new zones to make it feel like a completely different space. There is something really magical that's going to happen this year doing makeovers as a community with my women as a pack, and it just makes me so excited. Right here, we are fine-tuning Jade's space with the fun stuff where we are getting our hands dirty and just planting what is going to perform well here locally in the desert. I will definitely list everything down below for you, but there really are no links this episode. Everything is being reused, or I had decor on hand that I thought would look great, like the Feel the Fit little booty moment of that vase with the cactus. I already had that on hand. I just gifted it to Jade. The cool thing about this makeover is we didn't do anything. We rearranged, we added some new details, we upped the greenery, and made sure that the lighting looked clean by just sprucing it up a tiny bit. I really wanted to showcase to you guys how little it takes to make a huge impact to the space that you're living in, no matter if it's indoor or outdoor.
And when in doubt, you can always just remember, light it out.
It's pretty cool to see the before and after so close together because it really doesn't look quote unquote all that different, but it really is. It's way more functional. There's more seating areas, there's more moments, there's more thought, and just a little bit more romance because all of our women helped out to bring another one of our women's spaces to a little bit more life and be a little bit more wild. Take a shot every time I say little. Bye. Like I said, you really don't need much to make over a space if you just step back and look at it from a different perspective. We honestly didn't do that much. We got help, love, and extra hands where we didn't know we needed. And I think that also adds to the beauty of the space as well. And please just keep in mind, even though you might not have everything available to do this massive makeover, if you show any love, detail, or thought to your space, I promise you it's gonna make it feel better and feel like home. I'll see you very soon for another DIY.